Today, we're exploring Friedrich Nietzsche's The Genealogy of Morals. This book isn't just a critique of morality, it's a psychological and historical excavation of how our values were formed. Let's start with some context. Nietzsche wrote The Genealogy of Morals in 1887. By this time, he had already introduced key ideas like the death of God and will to power. But here he takes a closer look at morality itself. Where does it come from? What's its purpose? And more importantly, is it helping or hurting humanity? He divides his investigation into 3 essays. Each one digs into the origins and consequences of our moral values. The first essay asks, what do we mean by good and evil? Nietzsche contrasts 2 moral frameworks, master morality and slave morality. In ancient societies, good was synonymous with power, strength, and nobility, traits of the ruling class. Conversely, bad referred to weakness and low status. But then came slave morality, born from the resentment of the oppressed classes. Here, good shifted to mean qualities like kindness, humility, and meekness, a reversal of values meant to undermine the powerful. Nietzsche traces this shift to the influence of Judeo-Christian teachings. For Nietzsche, this inversion of values is both fascinating and problematic. It's a morality born of weakness, not strength. The second essay examines guilt and the bad conscience. Nietzsche argues that early human communities functioned on a system of debt and repayment. If you wronged someone, you had to repay them, sometimes even through physical punishment. Over time, this evolved into an internalized sense of guilt, what Nietzsche calls the bad conscience. With the rise of Christianity, this bad conscience became tied to sin. Humans were taught to feel guilt not just for actions, but for their very nature. Nietzsche sees this as a psychological burden that stifles our instincts and creativity. The third essay explores ascetic ideals. Why do people embrace self-denial and suffering? Nietzsche observes that asceticism appears in many domains: religion, art, and even science. For priests, asceticism was a tool to maintain power over the masses by promoting self-sacrifice as virtuous. For philosophers and artists, it was often a way to give their lives meaning amidst a chaotic existence. Nietzsche warns that this glorification of suffering reflects a deep nihilism, a denial of life itself. Instead, he urges us to affirm life, embracing its challenges and joys without resorting to self-denial. So, what's the takeaway? Nietzsche's Genealogy of Morals challenges us to question the origins of our values and to recognize the psychological and historical forces shaping them. He doesn't offer a clear solution, but leaves us with a powerful question. How can we create a morality that celebrates life, strength, and creativity rather than guilt and denial? That's it for today. Subscribe if you like it.